All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to start off by giving all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Harakah Kodash, and double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who well. Peace and blessings and citations to the hopeful elect, the Bayat, the Awadah, the house of David. Right? So, as you know, we already know who's in power, man. We know that the so-called white man, Esau Edom, is in power. And he's the wicked, right? And what does the wicked do? The wicked the wicked does wicked things, right? Because that's what their mind is settled in, okay? Nothing but wickedness, you see? And that's what they have perpetrated or, how can I say, pushed around the four corners of the earth, right? So let's go here real quick, right? To Job 9 and 24. Right? Job 9 and 24 says, the earth is given into the hand of the wicked. He covereth the faces of the judges thereof. And ultimately the judges is who? Yahweh and Yahweh Shai, the angels, the Israelites. Right? It says thereof. And if not, wherein who is he? And we know who he is. Right? Because we know that it's Esau Edom, the border of wickedness. Right? So let's go to Malachi 1 and 4. Right? It says, whereas Edom saith, we are impoverished, but we will return and build the desolate places. And they did that with the Renaissance, the rebirth, right? The revitalized Roman Empire, which is reincarnated back here again today. This is the last ending of the Roman Empire before the kingdom of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai set up here on the earth. And Babylon the Great will be destroyed, right? So it says this. Build the desolate places, and thus saith the Lord Yahweh of hosts, right? Yahweh of armies. They shall build, but I will throw down, and they shall call them the border of wickedness, in whom the Lord, and whom, so like the border of wickedness, in the people against whom the Lord have indignation forever. You see, and the Lord have righteous anger against his Edomites forever, man. You see, he hates Esau. You see, but he loves Jacob. And Jacob is who? The so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. And now as you see this man perpetrate his wickedness out, let's go to Job 20, right? Job 20 and 29. Okay? Job 20 and 29. And it reads, it says, this is a portion of a wicked man from Yahweh, and the heritage appointed unto him by Yahweh. You see? Let me get Job 21 and 16. All right. It says, lo, their good is not in their hand. The counsel of the wicked is far from me. You see, the counsel of the wicked is far from Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, man. And that's how you know this man is a straight devil. He is a straight devil. And what he's putting out there, you got chemtrails in the air. You got pollution in the water, arsenic in the water, man. Right? The food is all GMO'd out, genetically modified organisms, man. Right? You got radioactive ticks out there. I got a video on that for you brothers. I'm going to show you brothers. Right? Especially with the government, man. Right? Because the word government means mind control. You see? And that's what these devils is all about. They're nothing but a bunch of devils, starting with the high up, the super elite, the Rothschilds, the Rockefellers, the Oppenheimers, the DuPonts, the Gettys, the top, right? You got the 13 Illuminati families, right? And then you got the other high up families over the 13 Illuminati families, man. All right? You see? So, without further ado, let's go to Psalms, the 36th chapter, right? Psalms 36 and 4, it says, he deviseth mischief upon his bed, and he setteth himself in a way that is not good, and he abhorreth not evil. Let's go and read it in the NLT. Right? In the NLT. And it says, they lie awake at night, hatching sinful plots. Their actions are never good. They make no attempt to turn from evil. You see? They make no attempt to turn from evil. Let's get Micah. Right? Let's get Micah 2 and 1. Micah 2 and verse 1, it says, woe to them that devise iniquity and work evil upon their beds. When the morning is light, they practice it because it is in the power of their hands. Let's read it in the NLT. Okay. It says, what sorrow awaits you who lie awake at night thinking of evil plans? You rise at dawn and hurry to carry them out simply because you have the power to do so. You see? And their own tongues are falling upon themselves, man. By express, see, you got a lot of people who are exposing these devils who are insiders going on, man. Their shame is being exposed. Everything that's coming out is just it's all coming out through the spirit and power of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai. Their foreskin has been uncovered, man. You see, Psalm 64, right? Let me get it in the regular KJV. Right, Psalm 64 and 8, and it says, so they shall make their own tongue to fall upon themselves. All that see them shall flee away. Okay, now let me get Revelation, the 6th chapter, my last verse, the 6th chapter in the 8th verse. Right? It says this. It says, and I looked, and behold, a pale horse. And his name that sat on him was death, right? Because this man is all about death. All right, he's a harbinger of death, right? And hell followed with him, and power was given unto them over the fourth part of the earth to kill with the sword, and with hunger, and with death, and with the beast of the earth. So, with that, it's just a little quick one. We're going to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Marakah Kodash, and double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who well. Peace and blessings and salutations to the hopeful elect, the Bayat Dawadah, the house of David. Kwam Yasha Allah, Abad Babal, repent ye, for the kingdom of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai is at hand. So I'm going to leave you with this video. Shalom.
We actually use ticks as bioweapons?
Yes, it's actually in CIA documents that have been declassified. For instance, infected ticks were deployed from C-130s flying low over sugarcane fields in Cuba back in the day under President Kennedy. There is abundant evidence of the field testing of infected ticks and other insects in a variety of settings. In the United States and elsewhere, clearly USAMRIID was involved, and in particular the Plum Island facility that had been a biowarfare investigative facility up in Manhattan, Long Island region, and then was transferred over to USDA, was involved in a lot of this research. It also involved infected mosquitoes, and deployed infected mosquitoes and a number of other things. And the one that, with this AI-driven investigation that I ran through as part of our efforts to develop new systems for verification and monitoring of the Biowarfare Convention, what this uncovered that I hadn't been aware of was the release of a large number of Lone Star ticks that have been radioactively tagged in Virginia. It appears that was responsible for the introduction of Lone Star ticks along the eastern seaboard that have now migrated north of the Mason-Dixon line. So there's a lot.
Wait, radioactive ticks being dropped into Virginia by our government?
Absolutely, as part of a project in the 60s to look at the ability of these modified insects to disseminate geographically. And it appears that that's the origin of the Lone Star tick infestation that we now have along the eastern seaboard. It also appears that that Army research involved development of ticks that had multiple pathogens, and the appearance that those modified organisms found their ways into the eastern seaboard, potentially through animals crossing over to Plum Island and then back onto the mainland.